What if Goku was Yamoshi's Descendant Part 4? I've seen you guys love this series so much, so let's continue it. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Now, during this time, Cell has sadly absorbed Android 18 and Android 17, while Goku was sick, but luckily, the Super Saiyan God power was able to heal him. So Goku does not die from the heart virus, nor does he need the medicine, as the Super Saiyan God power has amazing healing abilities to heal the user. Now, obviously, Vegeta would try to fight Cell, doesn't have any chance here. Now, this version of Cell, he does not have some like God form or something like that, but nor does he have God Ki really. But Cell is extremely powerful. He's way more powerful here than the original. It's not even up to debate that Cell is way more powerful. Now, because the androids were way more powerful as well, they were able to beat a Super Saiyan God Gohan. So, realistically here, not much of a chance. Now, Android 16 obviously is very injured, which Bulma would repair him, and he would actually become friends with Gohan because they're both very calm in nature and they don't like to fight. Now, of course, Vegeta has no chance against Cell here. Zero chance. It's not up for debate. Vegeta does not stand a chance against Cell. Even if Vegeta used his Super Vegeta form, which is just Super Saiyan Grade 2, it wouldn't matter either way. And obviously, Super Saiyan God Gohan would be enraged and try to fight him. It doesn't work. Cell slaps him around. Now, of course, Cell thinks, okay, well, these guys are able to get pretty strong because Gohan got upset and that raised his anger a lot. So Cell thinks, okay, I'll hold a tournament. And I would say about 10 days or 11 days, the usual. And he's going to host a tournament for the strongest fighters in the world to show up and fight him. Now, if they beat him, obviously, he loses, and if he wins, though, he will destroy Earth, as he wants to have some fun, because this is pretty much the same exact Cell, personality-wise. He's no different than the original. Obviously, now that Goku's recovered, he knows that as of right now, he actually can't fight Cell. He's not strong enough. Not to mention, if Cell has all of their abilities and stuff, what's to say that he can't access a red form too, which is terrifying to them. So, they will go up to Kami's Lookout and work with the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. Pretty much all of the placements would happen the same. The only thing different here is that there is Nappa and Vegeta. So, as remember what Popo said, is that you can only have 2 people in there at a time. Well, I do feel like either Raditz, most likely Raditz would definitely go in there with Piccolo. Because if you remember, Piccolo doesn't truly need to eat food. He can only, he can live off of water, which is all he needs. So they work with Popo about that, and like, well, and Piccolo doesn't really need a bed because he can just float and meditate. Like, Piccolo doesn't sleep on a bed. So they were able to cram 2 more people in there. Raditz, and they put in Nappa in there, which is kind of ironic because Raditz hates Nappa and Piccolo hates Nappa. So this is going to be interesting, but I do feel like it's been a couple years, and bygones be bygones, they put it aside. But of course, it's going to be interesting. They were able to fit all 3 in there, so they go in their own time. Now, once when they come out, they're obviously way more stronger, because Piccolo has training partners, and of course, Raditz, being one of Yamoshi's descendant in the family tree, you know, with Goku, he does not have Super Saiyan God, sadly, but he has learned the Super Saiyan transformation, of course, and he's actually learning to push further than that, but he doesn't know yet, as it's still untapped areas. Now, as for Nappa, Nappa already has Super Saiyan, and he's learned to boost his Super Saiyan to like grade 2, similar to what Vegeta get against Semi-Perfect Cell. Now, Piccolo, obviously Piccolo's busted. He's very powerful. He's kept up with definitely Nappa. Maybe I would say he's actually a little bit stronger than Nappa. And as for Raditz, he's obviously stronger than both of them. Now, who else goes in there? Would be Vegeta and Gohan. Adult Gohan or future Gohan. They would go in there and train, which is what Vegeta wanted. Vegeta wants that kind of power, as he thinks, well, if they all else have it, why can't I have it, right? Exactly. Now, Gohan doesn't really know how to train him in this power because it's just, they never trained for it. He just had it, you know what I mean? But he does feel like with the help of Goku and everybody else helping him, and he's been trained before, he might be able to help Vegeta with something. So they go in there, and Gohan tries to teach him this power, either by giving him Super Saiyan God power, or giving him God energy, but it's still very early on. Vegeta is way too aggressive, and he is way too clouded in his thoughts to control his God energy. So that's the reason why Vegeta can't do it, but the God Ki does stay with him because he's a natural talent and he's stronger, but he cannot access Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan Blue at all because he does not know how to control his God energy. He's way too aggressive right now and way too out of control. But he is a lot more powerful because of that, though, of God Essence. So he does have Super Saiyan, he does have Grade 2 Super Saiyan, his Super Vegeta, and he actually learns how to go Super Saiyan 2 in there because of the defeat that he had of Cell. And that just completely pisses him off, and his pride is shot anyway. So Vegeta does learn Super Saiyan 2, surprisingly. But it's really difficult to control as he needs intense anger to do so. But over the year, especially with Super Saiyan God Gohan, he would be able to. Now, as for Goku, he would go in there with normally his son Teen Gohan, and they would train together. Now, at this point, Gohan would actually be able to learn Super Saiyan God under his father Goku, very similar to how future Gohan did. Now, Gohan here, during their training sessions near the end, he had an intense moment, very similar to the original, if you go back and see, to where he just goes crazy, and he has the spiky-haired Super Saiyan God form that Goku had, but his eyes were like completely gone, and they're like glowing red, and his power level was terrifying to Goku. But Goku thinks that that's the power that we need to fight Cell. So now, Goku, of course, learns to perfect his Super Saiyan God ability, and his Super Saiyan stay in that God ability. So the Cell saga happens. Goku, of course, most of the events would happen the same. He would fight Cell, and they would actually be kind of evenly matched, very similar to the original. Most of the events and fighting happens the exact same, all up until Gohan would see Android 16 get his head smashed. Now that would happen the same, and Gohan would lose his mind and go into a Super Saiyan state similar to his father, but it was different. It was way more powerful because he was enraged, and his hair was spiky, and he was just completely gone, and his eyes were all glowing red, and he was furious. Now, obviously, he would defeat on Cell, very similar to what he did in the original here, and knock out Android 18. So my boy Krillin has a wife. You got to give him Android 18. And then now for Cell, the issue is here is that Cell is going to blow himself up to the original because he's in semi-perfect form now. Now Goku here, what is Goku going to do? Because Goku doesn't have instant transmission. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have instant transmission. He doesn't have anything. So he actually has an idea. A very dumb idea. Now guys, bear with me here. King Kai would communicate with him and say, you need to get him somewhere far away because he'll blow up the whole galaxy with that. Or blow up the whole solar system with that power. Now, Goku has an idea. Now, if you remember, remember, Cell was just sitting there boasting for a little while. So during this time, and you guys are going to go crazy, I know, Goku here would grab Cell and fly full speed. Now, if you guys know, a Dragon Ball Z character is millions of times faster than the speed of light. Like they were doing speed of light feats in the Dragon Ball saga when Piccolo threw a ki blast at the moon. That was faster than light. He got there in 3 seconds. Anyway, Goku would pick up Cell and fly as fast as he could. I know he can't breathe in space, we all know that. But he would use his full power, and he would actually get out of the solar system, and Cell would explode. And also, Goku here would use all of his power to kind of form like a ki shield around them, and it would explode, and Goku would pass on. But now, of course, Goku will land in the other world where he was granted his body, and he would actually go meet King Kai, but that's a different side of the story. Now, Cell would return, and he was super perfect Cell, and he was stronger than ever. Now, the original happens here. They would have the father-son Kamehameha, and it would destroy Cell, completely wiping him off the face of the planet. He is dead. Now, obviously, peace would go on for 7+ years. Now, Goku in the other world has been training to push his God Ki to new limits, to a new form. Now, as the Buu saga happens, all the events happen relatively the same. With Gohan's not really training anymore, but he's still powerful, but he's not training as he was. Vegeta's training harder than ever. Nappa's training harder than ever, really, because it's Nappa. Raditz is obviously still training hard, but he's enjoying the family life now as he has a child with Launch. And Gohan's going to high school. So, all the way up to the tournament, Goku would still appear with Baba and be given the 24 hours to spend time with his family. Obviously, mostly everybody was happy to see him. The only guys that stayed in the background was, like Nappa and Vegeta, because they don't really care. Vegeta is mainly the guy who is the most upset here because he wasn't able to fight Goku because he has some beef with him, because Goku stole the glory killing Frieza, and he's been surpassing him and beating him ever since. Vegeta never had a chance to fight him, so that animosity is still there. Now, the placements will be a little bit different here, but Vegeta would still be able to fight Goku in the match, and Goku was actually excited because him and Vegeta have a natural chemistry and a rival that definitely is still here in any what if. Now, the Supreme Kai would still appear with Kibito, and they would still tell the others about the Majins and other stuff like that. Gohan would still have his energy taken, and they would follow it back to Buu. Now, obviously, going to Babdi's ship here, this is the difference, is that they're so much more stronger. So Pui, no chance, obviously, in general. Yakon, no chance. And Dabura, when Gohan fights Dabura here, Gohan would go Super Saiyan God, and he would actually defeat Dabura relatively easy. Dabura doesn't have any chance at all. Now, as for Fat Buu, Vegeta would still be taken over by the Babdi control, and he would still go Super Saiyan 2 enraged and fight Goku here. Now, obviously, this version of Vegeta is a lot more powerful than the original one, but he can't fight Super Saiyan God Goku, but Goku's holding back as he does want to fight Vegeta. That Saiyan instinct just overpowers everything. Now, they would do their battle, and Goku would purposely hold back as Vegeta would attack him and damage him a little bit. But even so, just a little bit of energy was enough to make Majin Buu be born. Because remember, Gohan is so much more powerful than in the original, it would give him enough energy to be born. Now, this version of Majin Buu is actually a little bit, I would say a little bit, he's a lot more powerful than the original. He's multiple times powerful because he was just giving God energy. So Buu is a lot more stronger here. And now during this time, Goku would go to fight this Majin Buu. Now during this time, when Goku goes to fight him, obviously Majin Vegeta tries to fight him first. And Goku respects that and he backs off. Now Vegeta would actually try to blow himself up. Even though Goku would try to stop him, Vegeta would still end his own life to try to kill him. Now this doesn't kill Majin Buu, and Majin Buu just comes back even better than ever. And he's furious now. So then he would begin his attack on Goku. Now Goku would turn Super Saiyan God and fight this Majin, but it was the fact that he was many times stronger than before, and he's kind of, I wouldn't say annoying to Goku, but Goku was getting tired because any attack that he threw at this Majin, he kept on regenerating. As Goku doesn't know how this Majin being is. He doesn't know the regeneration or the weird body. So Goku's running out of options here. Now, you also have the issue of the fact that, remember Gohan here? Yeah, the same Gohan would try to help his father fight Majin Buu. But this is a problem. Because Buu here is now at a loss. He's starting to get easily overwhelmed at this point. But in desperation, he would actually absorb Gohan. This is a problem here, because it's Super Saiyan God Gohan we're talking about. Now, Buu was obviously way more powerful. I guess you can call him Buuhan now. I'm just going to say that he looks the same as Buuhan. Now Buuhan here is obviously not as evil as, let's say, you know, Super Buu is. But he's obviously still crazy and he has Gohan on his side. Now, he would be battling Goku, and Goku's on a losing end here. Goku would have no choice but to showcase his new form. But he knows that he cannot hold it for long, and this would definitely drain his time to be on the other world. So Goku would then scream for about 5 minutes, and he would transform into the next level. Having very long hair and no eyebrows, but his hair was, of course, pure red, and his eyes were red. This power was terrifying, as then he would easily beat down on, I guess, Buuhan, and he has no chance against him. I mean, Buuhan has no chance. This version of Goku is so powerful, and he's going full power from the start, not holding back. Now, he would obviously tell Buu, saying, look, you're not a bad guy, but you need to release my son, because, you know, he's, he would find some reason. He would say, hey, listen, if you release my son, I'll give you a bunch of candy, or cake, or something like that. And Buu would actually agree, because remember, he's still childlike, and he would actually release Gohan. And of course, Babdi would be furious, but Buu would actually kill him. Now, during that time, Buu is actually a good guy. Now, would there still be the evil Buu would still appear? I would say yes, after a couple of days. That same thing would happen between him and Mr. Satan. But even if evil Buu was there, Goku would be there because he would be watching. and he would kill Evil Buu before he could absorb Fat Buu, and so Super Buu was never truly born. So that is it for this What If, you guys. Thank y'all for watching. I know that the Cell arc went by fast and the Buu arc went by really fast, but most of the events would happen the same here. But this version of Goku and the other team are just so much stronger that it's not much of a thing to go into detail about. Now, yes, Gohan still does get with Videl and all that happens the same. Now we're going to go into the Beerus arc, but that'll be the next chapter. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.